What's up, guys? It's Caleb. It's going to be a quick little trading recap video. Today is the 2nd of May, and in this video we're going to take a look at two moves, both on SPY again. We're going to take a look at this move right here, right at open, this push-up, and then we're also going to take a look at the big reversal we got towards the end of the day. And this move right here was called out in the Discord. So if you got in on this, congrats. This was a huge move. I think Keanu said the contract's on like 400, 500%, something crazy like that. So yeah, congrats if you got in on that. We'll take a look at our first move right here. You can see that we are on our 5-minute chart and we have our supply and demand zones drawn out. I actually sent these zones in the Caleb zone section of the Discord. So if you haven't got the chance to check that out, I would definitely recommend doing that too. So if we take a look at our first candle of the day, it's right here. And what I did was, this is going to be the basis for this trade, by the way, this move right here. So all I did when I saw this, I saw that we're moving down right at open, right? So I drew a fib from the high to the low, and we start to move up. And if we moved a little bit further down, all you do is move your anchor point. So high to the low, fib, and then we start to move up a little bit. And once we break this 100% level right here, even if it's just a wick, I saw that we broke that 100%. So what I did from there was I deleted the fib, and then I flipped it, right? All I did was flip it from the low to the high, so, or from the high to the low to the low to the high. So you just flip the fib, and you can see we start to move up, and we get this big red candle that pushes us down, right? And if you notice that we start to hold this level right here, and what level is this? This is our 618. So I don't even use fibs that much, guys, but they are pretty helpful. You can see we start to wick right at the 618 level, right underneath it at least, and we're holding it. So we're getting lower in volume, and then we close a little bit above our 618 with this wick, then we wick, and then we push up strong on this candle, right? And as we're pushing up strong over here, I entered calls right around here, like at 411.35, 411.33. So around that area, I entered calls, and you can see even though we're still getting lower in volume, you can see the buying pressure step in, and we're getting rising buying pressure right here. And you can see on this candle, closed really strong, closed above our 9 EMA, and then the next candle we finally get rising volume and we get that push up. We close above the 9 EMA on this one, and we close above the 21 on this one. And then over here I'm already scaling out, because this is a big move already from 411.35 to like 413.28. I'm already happy with the move, so I'm scaling out. You can see we wick right off that 21 and we push up a little bit more, and we start to near our supply zone, and then we wick down right here, and I'm completely out of my position by this point right here, just because of the wick. And then you can see we got lower in volume right here, and then that's pretty much it for that trade. Pretty simple. Just to recap, what I saw was we were moving down right at open, so I drew a fib from the high to the low. Then I saw that we broke this 100% level in our demand zone, so I flipped the fib from the high to the low to the low to the high, and then you can see we hold this 618 level, and then we get rising buying pressure, close above the 9 EMA, and this could have been your entry too. I entered a little bit early over here, but this could have been a good entry as well. And then we get a close above the 21, and then we push into our supply zone. And my contract ran like 60%, so super good trade here. And this actually leads us to our next trade, because we come down from our supply zone, and then we reach our demand, we form a base in demand, so we get a drop, and then we get a base here, and then we get another drop, right? And then what's interesting is that it forms the basis for this trade right here. So we get our drop, and then you can see we start to form a little bit of our falling wedge. So if you draw your trend line, it doesn't have to be perfect, but doing this quickly. So you get something like this, you get your falling wedge into a demand zone, and what you want to look out for in the demand zone is higher lows, right? So you can see we're in our demand zone, we're still in our falling wedge, and we start to get higher lows. So we get a low right there, get a low right there, we get these lows right here, we get another higher low, and then once we're finally out of the zone, we have this low. And you can see we're getting rising volume over here as well. So we have higher lows in the zone, in our demand zone, we have a falling wedge, then we break out of that wedge, and we get a retest, and then another push up with rising volume and rising buying pressure. And this push up right here after the retest closes above our 9 EMA, closes above our 21 EMA, and then the next candle we get this cross right here. So pretty simple trade. There's a lot of like conviction, a lot of pieces of conviction on that, and we got this huge move up, right? So you would have been scaling out, could have been out completely right here if you wanted. Leave a runner, set your stop at break even, move your stop up if you want. And this ran all the way from the low was 405.11 all the way to 414.67. So super huge move. Just to recap this one again, we have our drop, base drop, and then we get a falling wedge into our demand zone. In our demand zone, we start to form higher lows. We start to get rising volume. We get a candle close above the top trend line of the falling wedge. We get our retest, and then our push up right after that. We close above our 9 and 21 EMA with rising buying pressure, and we get our EMA cross. So lots of conviction on that one. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. Feel free to DM me, all that stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to making the next one. Thanks, guys.